Alright, I want to talk a bit more about Saberwolf's bats. So, I'm finally on the Discord, and so I got to play with some of the guys on there. It's a lot of fun. And then I've seen a couple of people maybe have some issues fighting against Saberwolf's bats, because it can be a bit annoying, right? And the bat spam. So the thing to know about his bats, I talked about this in his tutorial, but he's got 3 bats flying over his head, and those are his projectiles. Those bats literally turn into the projectiles. So if you're trying to jump in on them, you're gonna get hit, right? You saw that? So that could be a pain. One of the other crazy things about his bats is that they'll change directions. So if you were somebody like Spinal and you thought, well, I think he's about to throw the bat, I think I'll teleport. You see how the bat changed directions? Now, it's hard for me to do at the same time, but normally what you're doing is you're predicting, like, oh, he's about to throw the bat, and as soon as you do, he's throwing it that way, and instantly the bat comes back and hits you. So that could be annoying. Yeah, the thing you would think you could do with Spinal is teleport behind him, but that's not really what you want to do. You kind of want to wait for it to get kind of close to you and you can slide underneath it. That's something you can do. Now the thing about his bats though is he has 3 of them over his head, and that's it. That's all he can throw at one time. So I'm gonna throw 3, and then right, I don't get to throw another one until that bat. It's hard to see it, but the bat hits and has to fly all the way back. So until that bat actually returns, I can't throw another one. Now the reason that's important, which I was gonna just reset the system real quick. So this is very interesting if you play Fulgore. Fulgore can reflect people's projectiles back at them, but there's a really interesting thing that happens in this case, and it's that because the bat then became Fulgore's projectile, that's where the bat returns. So now there's a bat flying over Fulgore and 2 flying over Saberwolf. Now it doesn't matter if I try to reflect it and then throw another and intercept it, right? So I blocked the projectile with a projectile, that one still returned. And Saberwolf can obviously duck underneath projectiles. And he's got a super low profile. So even if this misses, well, that hit him. Even if that missed, it's very interesting that the bat hit him, but even if that goes over his head, it doesn't matter. The bat will still return to Fulgore. So Fulgore has 3 bats over his head. Saberwolf doesn't have any. This is what happens now. Saberwolf doesn't have projectiles anymore. And if there's a way to get the bats back, I don't know what it is. So yeah, you've got that. And then, sound like in the comments, one of the players is a Cinder player, trying to deal with some bat spam. So a couple things you can do. Obviously the first one is being in your immunity, right? Rotate back, medium punch, and you pretty much have enough time, right? Because I mean you can, well, I'm doing the slow one now. Hold on, let me do the fast one and try to do it in time. So you can kind of do it on reaction. So I did the immunity after he threw it. The other thing is that you've got your back quick punch. It'll actually cancel out projectiles. And you see how quick, right? I'm ready to go almost, if not like almost frame 1, dude. I'm ready to rock. Look at that, instantly. So if you've got this like constant bombardment like this, and you can't find a window to do the immunity, I think you have enough time to do that and then instantly do this before the second one could possibly get to you. And then once you're like this, it doesn't matter, right? You can jump in and the bat's not going to be able to hit you. So hopefully that's helpful.